Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Chase and Pass Golf Podcast, which is in collaboration with Bunker Brigade Golf Apparel. In this episode, I'm joined by one-time LET winner Kristyna Napoleaova. Kristyna, how are you? Um,
Hey,
we have we've actually interacted on the course in the Bahamas, so just thought I'd put that out there for anybody that doesn't know. But how are you?
hey, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you for asking. How you been? All good?
Yeah, I've been not too bad. As I say, just moaning about the weather at the minute in Scotland. Yeah, it's definitely the winter season now.
Yeah,
Let's just put it that way.
yeah. Let's say the Czech's pretty much on the same note right now, so I completely understand that.
Just a little bit cold, a little bit freezing, but no. Apart from that, obviously, I'm doing not too bad. But you've just finished your season on the LET. So how would you describe your season, like in your own words?
Well, I mean, the season didn't end the way I hoped for. I didn't secure the full card through the year, which is a disappointment for sure. But on the other side, I must take a lot of positive throughout this season. Whether is it like the team win or first time ever when I had like more made cut than missed cuts for me, that's the first time. So definitely like I can see a bit progress in my putting, gaining strokes on that side, which never been the case. So I can see a lot of good. Unfortunately, I started doing those better events like since late July, August, and I wasn't able to click in, if we may say. So it was always like nearly there, but never enough to get through the thresholds where I would gain a bit more points to easily secure the car for the next season.
Yeah, because like even as a an avid watcher of the women's game, like even I started to notice like at the end of July towards August, towards the end of September, like your form was definitely picking up. So, um, is that frustrating for you? Like in any way? Obviously, that it was a slow start to the season, and then the good form comes towards the end, and then you've left yourself in a little bit of a difficult situation.
Well, to be fair, we've been doing some like swing changes, so obviously they started kicking in throughout the season. Um, Obviously not all the changes we've done are good. Like I fell probably my wrist maybe 3 months in the season, which didn't really help. So we had to adjust to that as well, which might be a tricky part, maybe even coming out into the next season, because I really feel like the swing I'm where I wanted to be with certain parts, at least in my mind. And I know exactly what I wanted to do. I'm not really sure if my body is going to be able to do it. So it's a little bit tricky on that side. But yeah, truly, I've also got a new caddy since Scottish, and I think that was massive improvement for me. I think with Ian, it really clicked from the first event in, and we continue since. Like he came with me to Texas, to China last week, so it was really good, and it's really nice having him by my side on the golf course.
So you mentioned China there. So for the Aramco China Championship last week, you won the team event with Mimi Rhodes, Trichat Cheenglab, and Kutilda Pramphun.
Poppy, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. As I say, pronunciation is not the strong point. But so to win with Mimi, Tricha, and Cotida, what was that feeling like to win yet another Aramco Team Series? Because you've won a few now.
Yeah, that's true. This is my third one, and it was absolutely incredible as much as the two previous ones. I think every single one of them was special in certain way, and this one as well. To be fair to this one, there is a little bit of a story behind it. So, in Texas, well, to be fair, it already started before Texas. I played with Mimi in the last round in Sweden, and it was really nice, chill. I really enjoy it, and I had this dream that I'm gonna be playing with Mimi, that she's gonna pick me up, and we're gonna win in the team event. And to be fair, we end up playing together in Texas. She didn't pick me, but we end up in the same group for the team event, which was funny. And I was telling her during the second round of the event, we were through a couple of holes. We've been doing quite well, to be fair. So I think I might jinx it at the time. And I was telling her like the dream, like, and she started laughing and she was like, okay, let's see. And to be fair, we end up like tied for second place. So I think it was a really jinx by shot. Anyway, so yeah, I was really nicely surprised when she picked me up for the China, and we agreed that it's about time to lock it in. And we did. Like honestly, the girls play amazing. I had such a blast. Trisha and Poppy, they obviously play on the and practice on the same golf course in Thailand. So they are good friends. So they really enjoyed together. And I had a really nice time with Mims as well. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, because like in the individual stakes, Trichat got off to a really strong fast start as well. Like I believe she was in the lead at some point as well. So like that just added to the
It was absolutely incredible watching her. Like she was so on fire. Like every shot, she would be like sneaking in just around the pins, and you knew that she's just gonna lock it in with those putts, and she did, and it was just incredible. Like honestly, at the end of the day, I knew that she's low, but I didn't even know that she's that low for the day. So it was really impressive to watch that. Like I really enjoy it with the girls.
yeah, and then with the individual aspect of the team series event, like how would you assess your own performance in China as well? Like, was that a little bit frustrating for you, or what were you just like in terms of the team? You're just happy to be there, like.
To be fair, I was struggling with my swing like since Monday. So we've been trying to work on it. We spent a lot of time on driving range and we just couldn't lock it in. It was really hard and frustrating because I knew what I need to achieve in China to secure the card. And obviously there was already enough pressure to do so
Yeah.
without having like any issues like with the swing. So struggling with that and not being able to figure out at the spot, it was extremely hard, especially like knowing that the Mission Hill scores was incredible, and I really enjoyed the layout and everything there. And I think in general, the course would suit my game. Like it wasn't too tight, it wasn't too open. You could have like enough wedges in. So I really enjoy, but unfortunately, I was so off with my game, and I didn't even know what it's gonna do. So to be fair, I was like honestly surprised through the first round, through 9 holes when I was probably like 3 under. Like I just sit like those 20 footer, like they just went in. So it was more about the putting part than like really about like my game overall. And obviously, like I had multiple up and downs if you have go through the stats, so that saved me. But unfortunately, I made a double like on the final hole, which was absolutely unnecessary. But I think it was just the end of my frustration throughout the day. And yeah, it was obviously tough to watch the girls doing well and me struggling there with my swing on the other side. I think that's the beautiful part of the team events, that even if you don't do well or not feeling really good, you're trying to help as much as you can because everybody counts. That I've already learned, especially in those team events. And I think it's a good way to even approach like the normal single events, that you never know, that one shot always can decide whether you're going to make that cut and earn extra point, which you never know when you're going to need it in the order of merit. So yeah, I tried my best to at least maintain some sort of like positive attitude on the golf course, even though I was struggling. Ian helped me with it a lot, and the girls as well. So I think I can say that we really, really enjoy it, and I'm glad that it ended up the way it did. I think I should have teach myself some lesson from it. I did, certainly, and yeah, let's move on in the books.
And China as an experience, like obviously the tour goes to China like every year now, but what is that experience like going to like China? Because I imagine it's an eye opener at times, like with certain stuff, but I imagine it's a lovely place to go to as well. So
So to be fair, like I've heard a lot before coming in, since I got injured last year at the end of the season, I wasn't able to go for the Asia stretch. So this was my first time ever going to China. So
mhm.
frankly, I heard something, but I didn't really know what to expect. So to be fair, I was really nicely surprised by what I've seen um over the weekend there. And yeah, honestly, I really enjoy it. Like from the food, like it was really good, like a little crowded, some stuff which I'm not really used to, like people jumping you in the queue. There is so many people, so I probably understand that it's like a local mentality. So I was just standing there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come in as well to the elevator if you don't mind. Um, but or you have all those like electric motorbikes driving on sidewalks, which is like, oh my god, like you never know when you're gonna get hit by someone, and like let's say it's like very busy. So I was struggling a little bit with that, but apart from that, it was lovely. Like the hospitality there, it was really nice. So I enjoy it, and I really hope that I'm gonna get a chance to play next year as well. So yeah.
And well, we managed to see a little snippet from the LET media team of you and Yana, with the dogs. No, it wasn't dogs.
Cats.
Sorry, no, sorry, it
Cats,
wasn't
yeah.
dogs. Get it right. Sorry, with the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was lots of cats around the side of the course. What was that feeling like?
Honestly, to be fair, like those five cats or six cats were on that spot during the practice round, and I'm not really a cat person. As you could see, Yana smaller than I am, so she was really enjoying that little cats, which I obviously didn't, but that's fine. But the thing is that we played the second round, and the same bunch of cats were was there as well. So I was like, oh my god, no way. So probably I think it was their spot on that hole just to enjoy the watching of some nice golf. But yeah, I think me and Yana are always having a good time, and yeah, I think if she could, she would probably invite all the cats to our hotel room. So I'm glad that she didn't. Let's say it this way.
Uh, do you think the cats being there was a good omen for the week or a bad omen for the week? So
Honestly, since none of them I think was really like black one and they didn't really cross my path, I don't really care.
no, fair enough. So actually, just quickly touching on Yana, like how good is it to have Yana Melikova back on tour after everything she's been through in the past year? Like it must
Yeah,
be great to have a friend back.
yeah, that's for sure. Especially it's impressive being able to get from that what she's been through, and it's really impressive that she managed to pull it through. And yeah, honestly, I don't think that it's really easy to go through injury no matter what it is. And I think any spine injury is like double to that. It's, I think, thankfully, I've never been through it. And I'm very glad because seeing Yana and at the beginning, it was a massive struggle even before the surgery. Like, so I'm super like lucky and glad that she's back. Obviously, we've shared a couple times since she came back, and let's say it's never boring. Like I never get bored there.
And uh, and obviously Czech golf in general just now is in a very good spot. Like of course Sarah Kuskova's won twice this year, back-to-back events. You already have Clara Davidson Spilkova, who's already won a couple of times on the Ladies European Tour. Obviously, there's you as well, and then there's two times with Yana Melikova as well. So, what is it? What is it about like use for in general that you seem to enjoy it, play well, and eventually get a win? I don't know. What is it about? What is it about Czech golf do you think is impressive at the minute?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, to be fair, I never grew up through the youth golf in Czech. So for me, it was football at the time. So I can't really say if it was anything like with the golf federation or coaches, environment, or even the family background, like what you grew up in. Like, I think it might be a mix of all of these above mentioned previously, but who knows, honestly. And to be fair, for me, I don't really care as far as we're gonna keep coming on it. Like, I just want more trophies, that's all. And if it's gonna be keep coming, that's great. If not, let's try somehow to make it coming. But frankly, I'm not really sure. I think as a bunch of people, we are like quite together. We tend to go dinners. It's nice, but I think all the people on the tour, you end up seeing like those groups together, whether is it like the Brits, Spanish girls, French girls. Usually it's kind of like that sort of mix. So yeah, not
No,
sure.
that's interesting. Just as an outsider, kind of looking in, the amount of titles that the four of you in particular have won over the past few years is pretty impressive. So
Yeah, thank you. I think it's been last few good years for the Czech golf, that's for sure. And
yeah,
I hope
definitely.
that we're going to be able to build up on it for the next generation.
So taking it back to the start for you, so you're from a small town outside of Prague. I'm not even gonna attempt to say it. Okay, so um,
Yes, I am from Pelhrimov, that's correct.
I, right. You said that I don't have to say it anymore. Like I was gonna absolutely uh, butcher the pronunciation of that, so I'm glad you did. But you currently stay in the Prague area. So what is that like? Obviously, you know, Prague, beautiful city, probably has great surroundings as well. What's that like staying in the capital?
Honestly, I'm loving it. I was growing up in Pelhrimov till I was probably 15, and then once I turned 15, I went for the high school and boarding school to Prague, obviously for 4 years of it. Football, it was easier, so we have like special high school for half of it was like from different like clubs, obviously footballers. The other half was like smart kids or like kids overall. Anyway, so yeah, at the time, those 4 years for me in Prague, it was already incredible at the time, and I really enjoy it. And I swear that if I ever gonna live back home in Czech, I would love to live in Prague, and I'm happy that this dream's coming true as well. Obviously, there are so much things to see and do, which is really nice. Like having friends around as well. It's absolutely incredible. And for golfing, it's perfect as well. Like we might not have so many golfers as in other countries, whether is it Korea, US, UK, but considering we have quite a lot of golf courses and really nice ones are even around here in Prague or around Prague area, which is ideal. So there is so many different options to play. Like if you want to be a little bit more linksy type or inland tree lane park, like doesn't matter. You're gonna get it here, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, like I've never been to Prague, but like I would love to go at some point. But like,
For
let,
a
let,
good partying, maybe.
yeah. I was gonna say probably some sort of drinking involved as well. So, I mean, it's definitely one of them cities on the bucket list. But yeah, just never been so far. But would you advise to go? Definitely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're missing a lot. Come as soon as you can.
Not
And
in the
yesterday it
winter.
was too late.
I was gonna say not in the winter months though because it'll be freezing. So
Well, you would, but on the other side, like all the festivities and like Christmas markets, they are really nice. Like I feel like whether you are here, Munich or Vienna, it's gonna look pretty much the same. So if do it either summer for a good partying or do it winter for the festivities. So not a bad time to come.
Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. So about your backstory. So I find your journey into the game very fascinating because you're from a predominantly football background. So a little bit about your football background. So you were a former player of the Czechia women's national under 17s team. And I believe you're also a six-time champion of the Czech women's under 15 to under 19 league with Sparta Prague as well. So that's definitely a fascinating background. So was football always your first love? I presume so.
To be fair, there's been a lot of sports like even before football. I mean, I think that was the beauty of our primary and secondary school. Like our director, he was always like pushing us forward no matter what. And he was very sportsy guy. So it was very easy to do. So we had like a basketball class, which I wasn't actually in. And at the same time, it was usually for ladies, and for the guys, it would be ice hockey. So I tried for a couple of years play basketball, which I loved, but wasn't my sport really. I tried tennis, uni hockey, athletics, running, across running, like skiing, snowboarding, skateboarding. Uh, honestly, anything you can think of apart from ballet and ice hockey. I like myself too much to do that. I probably tried. Um, I think at some point football became number one for me. Um, and yeah, I think I fast forwarded a little bit, maybe as in golf. And yeah, I got lucky. The right people saw me during the right tournament, and things got nice. Things got good, and suddenly I became Sparta Prague player. And from there to the youth representations, like whether it was like under 50 and 17 or 19, it's like a big step, but I think having the right club behind you, it's easier to do, especially at the time. Obviously, we won pretty much every single year I play. Like we were winning the title of the league. So yeah, the best players were there, and definitely good fun.
So for those that aren't too clued up on the football side of things, like Sparta Prague are literally like probably the biggest club that you can play for in the Czech Republic. Like even on the men's side as well. Like what one of the most successful teams in Czech Republic. So to play for someone with the history and prestige of Sparta Prague, it must have been a proud moment for sure.
Yeah, it was honestly like I worked really hard to get there and to keep my position on the team. And I really enjoy it. I even like at the time when I was 15, I was making decision whether to go to general school back home or making the bold move, moving to boarding school and studying like German English Business Academy. Like so for me it was a massive step, and I decided to go that way because football meant a lot to me. Although I already got injured at the time with my knees, or a knee at the time. It turned to be both knees eventually, and a couple of years after. But yeah, uh, football meant a lot, and I really hope that one day I could like be a professional or even like attend the Olympics with the Czech national team. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. I'm still hoping about the Olympics part with golf. Now when it's on the list, the last couple Olympics. But yeah.
And like just out of curiosity, like what position did you play when you were playing back in the day?
So I used to be a striker before I got injured, and then I was a center back.
Centre back. Oof.
Oh yeah.
what was the tougher shift? So like obviously playing obviously playing as a defender or playing as a striker.
Oh, I loved playing as a striker. Like shooting goals, there was nothing better to it than like do that. Like I remember the averages we had, it was so like it's a good fun when you're playing for the best team in the Czech. You tend to play and do and make a lot of goals. So it's a lot of fun. But then once you're gonna go on the international with the national team, and I don't want to say you are the outsider, which wouldn't be the true, but we wasn't the best neither. Like there was always the German team and Spain team, and unfortunately we usually would be paired with one or both of those teams, which is
Oh,
hard
God,
to do.
yeah.
So yeah, then you see like, and you can compare like how good you are or where you need to get better.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like definitely in that regard, like when you're playing some of the best players in that age category in the world, then it's always a good measurement as such, like to how good you are, what you can improve on. So yeah, definitely agree on that. Um, but like, when obviously you played for the Czech national team as well, is 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 that something that you always dreamed of as well, like to put on your country colours, and it could have been any sport, like.
Like to be fair, like when I was playing for the national team, I always loved like standing there, like for the Czech anthem and just listen to it and having those shivers, standing there,
Yeah.
having the team by your side and like can't wait when the whistle's gonna blow and you're gonna start a match and you can show up. Like that was that was it. Like the difference between golf and football for me was like football was always reactive, so I didn't have time to think about things. You just did them. Whereas compared to golf, you have so much time to think through and change and make the decision three times again. And that's what I actually really loved. And now, like when I'm looking back at it, that was what I truly love about football. The you just went for it, like snapping and enjoying the moment and wasn't really thinking. After the match, you would be probably thinking, oh, I could have done this, that. But in the moment, you are present and you wouldn't really think, what if, or something like that. Whereas in golf, I have those thoughts like a million times around. So that's a little bit different for me, but I'm still really enjoying it. I think golf teaches you a lot of things about yourself as well. But yeah, the football part, definitely missing it time to time. But I think because I find myself in golf now and fully committed to it and really enjoying it as well, I think the transition from not playing was way easier to do that as well. Sometimes I go to watch girls when they play and just the main matches back home, but it's always nice to go and support them.
So unfortunately, injuries ended your football career at a very early age. But like, is there anything you wish that you could do, uh, like even now, like back in the football days? Like, is there anything that you maybe regret? Any regrets at all, or you,
No, nothing. I wouldn't change a thing. Honestly, like not even with the injuries, like I wouldn't be here talking to you and having the life I'm having right now if it wouldn't be for what's been going on. So I'm absolutely grateful for all the stuff which happened. Like they teach me something. They definitely taught me something, whether it was a good or bad, but they did. And it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can learn from it and move on. And I think what I learned from football is that you never know how long is it going to take. So certainly I'm enjoying my golf career right now. And yeah, just taking it step by step.
so talk to us about the decision to go to the University of St Andrews. So, like, how did that whole process come about? Because, to go to one of the most prestigious, well, universities, but like we all know, everyone that plays golf or knows St Andrews. So, to go to the University of St Andrews must have been a proud moment as well, knowing the history of everything.
Yeah, certainly. Like, to be fair, like right before St Andrews, like um I picked up golf when I was 20, which was like at the end of my first year at the uni. So obviously I didn't so much time to go through the whole process of like understanding golf processes, what's been going on, how things actually works, and what to even expect. So my dream always been to go to the uni in the US, which couldn't really happen with football due to the injuries. No, none of those unis would sign me. Uh, so I was hoping eventually for my master degree that I could try my luck and see, because like the school and the university part, like studying, it's never been a problem for me. Like my mom always taught me that like school comes first and then whatever is there, but like you're gonna have a degree and you're gonna do well. And that was always like priority for me, no matter what. I had the homeworks done and then I was having fun out there. So I was hoping to go like one of the Ivy League school in the States. I had the grades. I think I would, maybe, I don't know. But unfortunately, obviously the injuries. So I wanted to try with golf. But since I didn't play long enough, most of the schools wouldn't even consider me. Like I was a scratch handicapper, but I didn't play at the time for even 3 years. I think it was 2.5 years when I turned scratch. So I started thinking like, what are my other options? Because I knew that I wanted to have a master degree. So obviously UK. I like one of the programs at Cambridge, but unfortunately the tuition fees are too expensive, and it was only part time. So I wouldn't really enjoy the, proper proper life at the uni there, which would be shame, I think. So my other options were Stirling University, which at the time and I think still now has one of the best golf programs in the country. And obviously St Andrews was on the list, not only for the golfing part, but especially for the academics as well. As you mentioned, like St Andrews is one of the most of prestigious like unis in the UK, and so I tried my luck. To be fair, first I applied for the Stirling Uni, and I heard from them back the next day that I got accepted for the program I wanted to. Obviously, with St Andrews, it took probably over 3 months to get that done, which I did. And yeah, I think it was pretty much straightforward decision for me. I knew that like the academic part for me matters as well. So, and then say no to St Andrews, I couldn't. So yeah, it was like really easy decision. Apart from the accent at the time, I really didn't understand it so well. So I think that was a little bit of a struggle, certainly at the beginning, which I got used to for it, and now I absolutely love it. But yeah, a little bit of struggle there, that's for sure.
I mean, to be honest, like I was saying off there that the Scottish are a different breed when it comes to like the accents and stuff like that. But like you were saying that like obviously you struggled, but you got there eventually. But like with some of the other students, was that even more so of a struggle? Because like we all know we all know some of the Scottish people have a very thick accent. So
Yeah, I mean, like, I was traveling with the back series and the team around Scotland as well. So we managed to go to play in Highlands and such a parts, and then you you get to struggle there a little bit more
Oh,
than
yeah,
you do
definitely.
struggle in St. Andrews. So then you're actually grateful when you're coming back that it's actually really mild. And then when you go to Edinburgh, you are like, oh, no accent at all. Beautiful. So it's it feels like nice on that side. But yeah, I think like that some of the people, like maybe a little bit of those Chinese students, might have struggled a little bit there. um, I think more than half of the class was like German speaking, like whether from Germany, Austria, or Switzerland. So yeah, at least I brushed a little bit of my German at the time, which is zero right now, but at least I could understand a little bit.
Even even after winning, you still don't have zero German.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't understand that language. I love the sound of Italian. The German is just too strong for me sometimes. But definitely, if something like that's on my list of things I would like to do in the upcoming couple of years, to come back to it and just finish it to the level that where I would like to be. Like, I'm not saying like academic fluent, but good enough to be speaking again and understand something too. We have a plenty of Germans on the tour, so it would be nice to have like conversation apart from English. And I think that's a beautiful part when you're a player on the Ladies European Tour. There is so many people from different countries, so they can teach you like about, I mean, about everything there, like from the language to, you know, local stuff and things, to where to go when you are, in Prague or in Oslo. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice meeting all those people. And as I said, I don't regret anything like since football, because I wouldn't have a chance to meet them.
Yeah. And you also won a couple of tournaments as an amateur as well, I believe. So, like, what were the experiences like back then, to win a couple of times as an amateur?
Honestly, I feel like it's so long ago that I don't even remember those. Like, I think at the time it meant a lot to
Fair
me,
enough.
but right now, I think, um, especially, I think they were like rather stepping stones towards like the goal of becoming a pro. And once I turned pro, the process just keep going and just you're trying to be better. And I think it's a tough life. People sometimes don't even realize how hard it is to not be only like athlete but professional golfer, how much it takes. But yeah, we all love it, otherwise we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so you would turn pro in 2020, and so it'd be a pretty quick turnaround from when you first picked up the game to when you would first make your pro debut. So, in the space of 3.5 years, 4 years, something like that.
Yeah, roughly 3.5 years. I remember like picking up the golf probably in summer, like June 2016, and I would be training pro roughly in January, Feb 2020. So it was very quick. I don't think I realized how quick it was at the time. Um, to be fair, I was a COVID kid there. So I think we have like one or two events, and then suddenly COVID hit. So I got another a year or two like fighting on the ADC access before the Q school renewed again. Um, and Sunshine Tours obviously as well. Um, where obviously came my love to South Africa. I absolutely adore that place, and yeah, I can't wait to come back there for sure. And yeah, I think it gave me a lot as well. I used the time, I think, wisely to build up and keep getting better, since we had the first year, maybe like 5 events on the schedule, if even that. So you have a lot of time to practice, a lot of time to get better. Obviously, it's frustrating at the same time. We all been through COVID, and like it wasn't just about like playing golf, but spend the time with the family and hope that they all gonna be safe, which thankfully in our family it was, but it wasn't the case of all. Anyway, so yeah, it was a quick start to the pro, quick debut, then a big stop, I would say. A lot of practice, and then next Q school, getting a partial card, getting invite from Saudi, getting second in the Saudi International. And then I felt like with that reshuffle, I kept going and trying to get as much as I could, which I did. I didn't keep the full card at the time neither, but next year won on the LET. So yeah, I think every year taught me something else, and yeah, super grateful for that.
So, like, how grateful are you for, the invite to the Saudi International, which would end up being an unbelievable week for yourself? Obviously, as you said, they're finishing tie second, but like, to get that opportunity to, get a better ranking in the re-rank at the time, etc. Like, like
To be
was that just
fair,
a all right, sorry, I was gonna say, was that just an amazing experience for you?
oh yeah, absolutely. To be fair, I was super nervous coming in, but at the same time, I don't think that I really had any high expectation because I saw the name like um on the starting list, on the entries, and you could see all these big names. And so I was just wanted to enjoy, and I just wanted to be. I was extremely grateful, and I just didn't want to disappoint like Saudis with my performance after giving me, the invite. And I'm glad that I pull it through, and I end up like tied for second. And honestly, that was the event which showed me that I'm good enough to compete with the elite. And I think since then I never looked back about like making the decision, like turning pro. I was just looking forward, like even before I knew what I want to do. And this just confirmed that. And yeah, definitely helped me a lot. So super grateful to Saudi for giving me the chance at the time, and yeah, believing in me.
Yeah, and so from then on, effectively, 2023 went from strength to strength. Of what we'll go over the win, like in a couple of seconds, but you also had a tied six at the Mallorca Ladies Open, a fourth at the Sella Open as well that year, like towards the end of the year. On top of the win, obviously at the Amundi German Masters. So, like, would you say 2023 was the breakthrough for you, like in terms of better performance?
Yeah, I think there are those couple events where I would be doing really good, but then I had so many like miscuts at the same time. So I think at the time I saw myself as a player like who either gonna go low and well, or gonna have like a high score and not even gonna make the cut. Like it's one or the other. Whereas now I'm trying to take a little bit different approach, and I would love to become a little bit more stable player, uh, by having like those ups there. Obviously, it's hard, but definitely 2023 I see as being like probably one of the best years. Well, probably the best year so far, in terms of like winning top tens, and yeah, being up there fighting for another wins.
So we'll go into the week at Golf and Country Club Seddiner See. So for the Monday German Masters. So that week in general, from memory for that week, like how was the game going into that week?
Well, to be fair, I didn't play a lot golf before. I think I was about a month in after I had some health issues and wasn't even didn't even know at the time whether I'm gonna be able to come back or not. So I think at the time I was just enjoying it. Uh, I knew that probably I'm gonna have like two events left, and then there would be like a reshuffle, and my playing category rights would turn, into not much of a playing category, because all the rear ranks would be right in front of me. So I think I was just happy to be there, happy to be playing. Maybe the game was a little bit of a struggle, but I had Honza at the back at the time, which was really nice. It was last minute decision. I just called him. We never been before together. I've never had him on the back, and it was nice. It clicked that week. He really helped me out with reading the pots. So I was barely like, honestly, I don't even think that I read any of the pots. I just trusted him with his reads, and yeah, it was really nice. Like the rest of the game wasn't so good. I think I barely play any drivers. Like at the time I played those massive, like maybe 20, 25 meters, like big cuts. So there was few holes with the dog like where I could play it, but that was just about it. Then I played just my hybrid, and the best part of my game was like putting and chipping. I think in the final round I had probably like 5 greens in regulation, and I still brought like 2 under or something with 20 putts in total. So
So, so you finished the event at 14 under par, and you managed to get the better of Cara Gainer in the playoffs. So, like when you know that you're about to play a playoff, was there any nerves going into that?
to be fair, I think with Cara we had really good time on the golf course, and you can even see it like if you look at the videos. We talked a lot. It was fine. It was easy going. Like we both wanted to win, but at the same time, we I think we were quite chilled. Obviously, like it was a disappointment, like making that bogey on the last hole to get even into the playoff. But let's be honest, that hole is not my hole, and have it as a finishing hole knowing that you lead them by one, and if you're gonna miss it, you're in playoff. It didn't really help. So I think it was so quick. Like we just signed the scorecard, we jumped on the buggy, and we went straight to the 18T again. Um, at the time, I had one of the dreams as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm like magician or something. But I think the dream was, oh yeah, I had this deja vu that I'm gonna win the German Open, and I told like my parents, I told Katie, and I told my psychologist at the time. My parents completely laugh out like today because they were like, "Calm down, you know, you've been playing for a month since you came back. Be happy that you are even like able to play, and like just stop with the nonsense in a way." My psychologist was a little bit more optimistic. Andreika was more about like, okay, enjoy it, you know, don't push yourself too much. And Hansa, Jan was more about like, let's calm down step by step and let's see what's gonna come out of it. So when he came and asked me on the tee box if I won ball number 1 or number 2, which I'm gonna start teeing off the 18 hole, I was like, I want one. Like I want to win. I want one, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I just took it. I took a driver. Finally, didn't play, didn't sit back there, and just play drive, which I didn't really play throughout the whole week there. End up quite alright. 7 iron, a decent strike. I was in a good position, and I knew, like I was already telling Jan that I know that I have to make a birdie now and win this on this hole because I was getting extremely tired, like even mentally at the time. And I knew that with Cara, once she's gonna get a chance, it would be a good. So her part, it was incredible. Like from my angle, it looked like that maybe 60 footer is coming in. So I was like, oh my god. And I was in a very similar position as a previous player. I had to which I didn't make. So I trusted the line this time, and yeah, it came in. Could have been like 15, 18 footer maybe. So yeah, it was incredible feeling to make that birdie and just I think like at the mid during the win, I didn't really understand what happened. I think it came back later on, but truly, it was special for me, especially having a home event the upcoming week. So it was busy, but it was really nice.
So, when that final putt went in, um, what was what well you said there you didn't really know what to think, but like what was there much emotion afterwards?
Well, certainly there were some emotions, but I think like suddenly, you there with your caddy. Sarah and Jacob came to celebrate, which was amazing. And then suddenly they take you there. You're supposed to sign these balls. You're supposed to sign this. You go
Mhm.
there. They give you the speech, who to thank. And then you go there on the stage. You take the picture. Suddenly I promised Alice that I'm gonna pick her up at the airport in Berlin. So I drove back to Berlin. Then we drove back to Prague. At the time, I got a new car from a sponsor, but there was something with engine, so we were stopping on the petrol station, and it was here and there. And then I didn't realize that I'm driving her on the other side of Prague, so it was absolutely like, oh, one big mess. And then next day I met my caddy and he was saying that he was driving someone there as well. So I was like, why didn't we put just one car of the people? Because he's from the other side, Prague as well. So I was like, never mind, we enjoy it anyway. But yeah, it was like one big rush. And then obviously on the way home, like everyone been calling. It was amazing, like to get all those like text messages and calls from all the friends and people who was watching that win. And it's nice, being like the third Czech who managed to win on the Ladies European Tour. I think it's something special, and not many people manage to do it, like in general. And yeah, I remember Carmen Alonso won within like a week, within 2 or 3 weeks in Finland. And I remember I get these text messages from a guys from Dubai when I play as an amateur in the Dubai Moonlight Classic, and my pro was Carmen Alonso, and it was incredible. Both of us winning like the first event in the same month. She after I don't know how many starts on LET, me as a nearly, I don't want to say rookie on the LET, but definitely way less start than she did at the time. So yeah, it was special, that's for sure.
So like I want to ask you the question like so like kind of in your like honest opinion. So like how would you say that you have dealt with, the expectation as such as being a ladies European Tour winner? Has it been has it been tough to deal with?
Well, I don't think it was that part. I think in general, like my expectations are super high and always been, no matter whether is it sport, like day-to-day life, I'm always trying to do my best, and my expectations are always super hard. So sometimes it's really hard to reach them. But so then obviously if you don't, you start to struggle, and it's, you're getting down a little bit on things you don't really need to. So yeah, it's been interesting. Like I think sometimes I would come to an event and I would be like, oh, I actually won, so maybe I should do better than I did last week when I missed the cut. But on the other side, like you can really, like, you can just grind in, do your best. As I say, tick your boxes that you've done everything you needed to do. And if it's not enough that week, well, it's not enough. Like, let's move on next week on, and let's see if we can do better than the week before. And
What?
ultimately, I think that's the goal, like getting better every single week. And if you can do that, great. If you can, well, that's the part of that sport we all love so much, and we decided to play. I think, especially in golf, it's always going to be setbacks, and it's never going to be perfect. And I think that's the part when you need to learn that Like none of those days or 3, 4 days of rain is going to be perfect. You just need to get by and make all those mistakes you make in like, well, not so little.
What's the so what would you say is the best part about golf for you?
Honestly, I think I'm like, I know it sounds weird, but it's like fighting against me every single day. Like I'm learning so much about myself and I would love to say I'm getting better person because of it. But yeah, I think golf teaches you a lot of lessons, and if you're willing to listen at least a little bit, it's definitely making you a better person, I think. Well, definitely, I became way calmer than I used to be. I'm still a little bit like, let's say, on the wild side, if I may, but yeah, definitely calmer down way more than it used to be. Now, honestly, my favorite part about golf is like listening the ball when it hits the cup and make that sing sound. Like I just love it. It's like I love mushroom hunting, and it's very similar to that feeling. Like it's that little Christmas day, like when you get that present, or when you hear the sound, or when you find that mushroom. Like I feel like it's all the same. Like, and I always get the same sensation of it. So yeah, a little bit of adrenaline never hurts there as well. So
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, so like, so outside of golf, like, what are your main type of interests, etc.? So, like it could be anything like music, TV shows, whatever.
yeah, so honestly, I'm absolute TV show freak. Like my Netflix, if there would be like a platinum membership, I would be one of few who has it. Like I think I've seen all the shows in all of those languages you see there on the right side. I've probably seen it in all of them. No, honestly, I love it. I always have. I think it's already started when I was injured and I couldn't do much. I would be probably watching TV shows and they just stick with me. It's kind of like my way of relaxation as well as music. Like I wouldn't do a move during my day on the golf course like without at least having like one AirPod in and just listening some, whether is it pop, country music, I don't care. Like as far as it's not hard rock, I'm good. I love traveling, to be honest, a lot. um so playing golf is kind of like a dream coming true. I've always wished to be a traveling a lot and seeing the world with my job, and it's happening. So I'm super grateful for that. I love spas and more. I didn't unfortunately have a chance to see a spa in China, which I heard is pretty nice. But yeah, I love to do a lot of relaxations and just enjoy myself in a sauna and ice baths and this kind of stuff. So yeah, and it helps my performance as well. So yeah,
If if you weren't a golfer, what would you be?
probably anything else as a athlete. Like I
No.
would probably do any other sport. I would love to do, like I always wish to do professional sport. At the time, it was obviously football, but yeah, that's what I've always dreamed for, and yeah, the dream came true. So really nice.
Um, and who would you say your best friends on the tour out with the Czech girls?
Ooh, so outside of the Czech circle, I would say probably Sarah Schubert from Austria.
Hmm.
Um, I really like her. So she's super chill, and we've I think we share once, like I don't want to say it, like call it accidentally. But yeah, since then it was super nice. You always look someone to share with, and she's super easygoing, fun to be around, super chill. So yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to aspiring Czech players that maybe want to take up the game?
Oh, just enjoy it as much as you can and don't think about like the outcome. Just go with the flow wherever it's gonna take them, and do your best what you can do. So you can just know that you've done everything you could to do it, and if you do get to the professional level, you will. If not, there is always like another part for all of us what we can do.
Favorite karaoke song?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Since I don't do karaoke, because all of the people would run away. Honestly, like if anyone needs to get rid of their neighbors, just invite me in for having a good shower there. I'm gonna sing. Oh, well, I wouldn't even call it a singing. I'm gonna like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Like a cat being strangled or something like that, I think.
I really wanted to go that way, but yes. So yeah,
I mean, to be
definitely
fair,
no karaoke.
I can't sing, but like, get me with get me with a few drinks in me, yeah, that
Uh,
goes out the window.
well,
So
I mean, there is Ken, and then there is my level. So,
fair enough.
well, I did well with sports, so at least that helps me through there.
So no professional singer on the cards.
I'm afraid it's not in my cards, no.
I mean, fair enough. It's not for everybody.
True.
So what's the plan for you going forward then? So I believe it'll be final stage Q school in Morocco. So but say maybe that doesn't happen. Like I believe you've got a couple of backup plans as well. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So now I'm getting ready as much as I can for the final stage in Morocco, and based on the result there, I'm gonna move forward. And no matter what, I think I'm gonna kick off the season during the Sunshine Tour if it's gonna be at least a little possible. And then let's see if I'm able to get on some of the LET events and get some better re-rank, or whether I'm gonna be playing on LET attest and have a little bit of a mix. Possibly, I'm gonna try probably to ask for some invites, and let's see what's going to happen next year. You never know. I feel like it's one event. Just having a good result during one event and you're back. So I'm not really like somehow nervous about that. And I'm just going to go with flow. If nothing works out, I can always have a good year of practicing and changing some stuff in my swing to get another season like way better than the year before. So we'll see.
So I know that you've got to go out on the golf course now. So we will end it here. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you on. Like to be fair, since Tenerife, I've kind of tried to get this set up. So like to finally happen, then it's finally happened now. So no, thank you so much for coming on. And like I say, all the best in Morocco, and fingers crossed it goes well.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for today. Thanks everyone, and hopefully we will get soon again after some another win, hopefully on the tour. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so if you become a two-time Ladies European Tour winner, yeah, we'll get you back on. So
Yeah, I need to catch up all the Czech players now, so I better.
yeah, I mean to be fair, like as we were saying, Jana's won twice, Sarah's now won twice this year, and
Clara
Clara's
won twice as well,
won
so
twice
yeah,
this year. We'll get you. We'll get you there to title number two.
perfect. Well, thank you so much. Really
Right,
pleasure.
right, Kristyna, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.